So yesterday, Joe Douglas hinted at the Jets' plan in the NFL draft. Let's talk about it. Hey, what's going on? I'm Matt O'Leary, back with another video, and today I'll be talking about Joe Douglas's press conference yesterday and how I think he hinted at what the Jets are going to do in the NFL draft. Before we get started today, I just wanted to mention that you can follow me on social media at Matt O'Leary NY. If you haven't already, please make sure to check out I was going to say Just Jets Clips channel, but that's not what it is anymore. It's Matt O'Leary NY Extra. You get Just Jets Clips over there, but you also get a behind-the-scenes vlog, clips from Mock Draft Monday, the new show Peanut Gallery, where we're roasting internet comments. It's a whole lot of fun. Check it out. Link to that in the description below. And, of course, the Patreon, $5 a month, gets you even more bonus New York Jets content if you're interested. So yesterday, Joe Douglas said that they are operating under the assumption that Mekhi Becton is going to be a starting tackle for them. He didn't, specify if it was going to be on the left side or the right side. I think that is very much so up for debate. Obviously, they're going to move Elijah Vera Tucker to the right side, which I don't have issue with. I think it's going to be fine. But they are definitely going into this upcoming year with Mekhi Becton in the plans to be a starting tackle. So what that tells me is there is no way they are taking an offensive lineman at 4. Now, I thought that to be the case after they signed Laken Tomlinson, but there were still rumblings that they could even take an Ike Ekwonu if he's there, or even an Evan Neal or someone like that, just for insurance with Mekhi Becton, which I didn't think made sense. Now, before you sign Laken Tomlinson, obviously that's a much different conversation because Neal or Ekwonu can play guard for a year, and then the following year, whether you want to move on from George Fant, you could do that and slide them back out to tackle, or if Mekhi Becton gets hurt again and you realize, hey, this isn't a long-term solution, then you slide them out and take Mekhi's spot, and then you're ready to roll from there. But at this point, it really doesn't feel like that's going to be the pick. Instead, when he was talking about how to stop all these quarterbacks, he was talking about pass rush. So what does that tell you? Edge pass rusher, something the Jets have needed for a very, very long time. Now, Carl Lawson is coming back from an injury, and hopefully he is going to be the guy that they signed when they brought him in here. There were high expectations there. I still think he could be very good for this team, but you need more on the other side. And to me, that screams take the best edge rusher available at pick 4. I think Kayvon Thibodeaux is going to be there. There's a chance he goes before that, but supposedly Travon Walker is like his odds to go first overall are rising. I don't think it's going to end up being him. I think Aiden Hutchinson goes 1 overall, but Detroit could really take Travon Walker, which I think would be wild with KT on the board, but it's the NFL draft. Stuff like this happens all the time. There's late risers all the time, and everything feels like Travon Walker is going to be one of those guys. Or even if they go a different direction, take Malik Willis, then that means KT sliding. They could take Kyle Hamilton, I guess. The Texans could take Kyle Hamilton. More of the story, I think there's going to be a very good edge rusher there, whether it's Kayvon Thibodeaux, Jermaine Johnson, someone along those lines where the Jets would be having their pick even potentially of which edge. Now, I don't think Aiden Hutchinson's going to be there. I think he goes 1 overall. I don't think there's a world where Aiden Hutchinson ends up becoming a Jet, unfortunately, as good as that would be. But to me, this screams we are going to put an emphasis on getting after the passer, which should be a surprise to no one. If you just watched Robert Saleh and his defenses over the years, if you've heard Jeff Ulbrich talk over the years, and if you've heard Joe Douglas talk over the years about building through the trenches, this should really come as no surprise. Again, you signed Solomon Thomas, who's going to be interior depth, which is great. It's fine. He's someone who knows the system. That's great. And there is some upside because he's still young, and he was a former high-end pick, which is almost like what you did with Gerard Davis last year, and hopefully you're hoping for a little bit of a higher ceiling than that. But moral of the story, it very much so feels like edge at 4 makes the most sense. And then they are still very actively looking for a number 1 receiver. So if they don't trade for one, it really looks like pick 10 to me. And maybe that's just because that's what I would like them to do, but it feels like they are very much so looking for a number 1 receiver. Perhaps they trade for A.J. Brown, DK Metcalf, Deebo Samuel, someone like that. I would put the odds of that very slim, but they are very much so looking to improve that wide receiver room, which, again, I think makes sense because you want to make sure that Zach Wilson has everything in his power to succeed, because Joe Douglas knows he is attached to Zach Wilson. And if Zach Wilson fails, well, that means Joe Douglas is probably out of a job. But if he succeeds and takes a leap forward in year two, then you're safe for another year, and the staff is safe for another year. So a lot hinges on Zach Wilson's development, and I think they want to make life as easy as possible for Zach Wilson. So that's just my overall takes from what happened yesterday and the comments that came out. Let me know what you guys thought of, not Saleh. Saleh was 2 days ago. Joe Douglas's press conference. Let me know in the comments down below. Please subscribe if you are new. Once again, I'm Matt O'Leary, and I'll talk to you next time.